Hi, and welcome to episode 68 of the Cat Lady podcast. My name is Andrea, also known as the Cat Lady. That's two T's, C-A-T-T, craft all the things. So welcome, and welcome if you're new. Thanks for checking me out. I'm finally kind of back on a regular schedules, and I got a busy life, I guess you could say. 2 kids and trying to keep everything together. So I don't have a ton of things to share today, so it might be a shorter episode, which is kind of good. I've always preferred to be more of a 30-minute show than an hour or more, which, when I wait too long to record, I end up having way too much stuff to talk about. So it'll be a quick and easy show today. Again, thank you for joining me. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram as the Cat Lady. Subscribe on YouTube as I'm the Crafty Cat Lady. I have a Ravelry group, the Cat Lady Podcast, and a Facebook group, also the Cat Lady Podcast. So come find me and check me out. I use Instagram on a daily basis, so that's the best way to follow me. But I also would love to have more YouTube subscribers. So if you like what you see, please click that subscribe button. Into podcast news, I am currently running a giveaway on Instagram for the Turn Back hat, which is by Brandy Miller Designs, and she is Eat My Yarns on Ravelry. So go check that out. I was going to draw a winner today for that and post it on Instagram, but to be honest, I'd like a few more entries. I have like 7 entries, so come join for that. All you have to do is like me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, like the post, and tag a couple friends. And if you share the post, you actually will get an extra entry to win as well. So come spread the love, and you can win that pattern. It's a really cool cable-y hat pattern by my friend Brandy. So excited she's got her patterns out, and I'm happy to offer one as a giveaway. Also, I'm offering one as a giveaway on the Ravelry group, so if you feel free to enter both. They're both 2 separate giveaways, so if you go to my Ravelry group, you must be a member of the Ravelry group to win. Just comment on what yarn you would use to make the hat. There's a link in the group to the pattern page, and you can see what it looks like and see what kind of yarn it takes and everything. So follow me on Ravelry and enter to win the hat there as well. And I will keep that open probably for a week or 2. So again, I'd like to have an okay number of entries. I'm more than 2, Ideally like 15, 20 entries would be nice. So if I can get up a few entries in the giveaway, then I'll draw. So either next week if I record next week, or the week after is the plan. So that is it for podcast news. So on to knitting. I have I gotta fix my notes. I always list my work in progress, then my finished objects, but I always want to talk about my finished objects first. So I'm going to talk about my finished object first. I have designed a shawl pattern, and it is done being designed. It's currently in the testing phase, so I got a very good response from friends and other followers on Instagram for testers. So I got a lot of testers out there right now working on that. And this is the pattern. I don't want to show the whole thing off and etc. yet, but I thought I would give you a sneak peek and preview of me wearing it. So it's a long asymmetrical style shawl. It actually wraps twice like this, and it's got some little lace, easy, simple lace work in it. And this is the Blue Moon Fiber Arts Socks That Rock in the Rhinebeck 2016 colorway. And I don't know if I said the name. The Twinsy shawl is what it's called, and that's just to honor me and Jen, the Creative Crafters, yarn twinsies, everything. So, and she is currently testing for me in the Rhinebeck 2016 colorway as well, in the sparkle version. So this will be we are yarn twinsying the Twinsies shawl. So stay tuned for that. Of course, I will probably do a giveaway, or probably offer it for free for 24 hours or something after it goes live. And of course, I'll be announcing it on the podcast. I will show you all its glory. And yeah, so I'm excited about that. That is my only finished object. So my work in progress. I have 2 works in progress right now. One is I have started my Christmas socks for the family. So I better start now because I have 4 pairs to make. And I'm starting from largest to smallest. So starting with Jim's, my husband's. And I got a decent amount done on the toe yesterday. I just cast it on yesterday. So there's that. And this is my Flamin' Fiber podcast charm. She gave me at Rhinebeck last year. It's like made out of glass. It's a really pretty leaf. And yeah, I'm going to keep track of my row. So that is the row that I stopped decreasing. So I should put a marker up here for a progress keeper, because this is actually serves a purpose, so I can count how many rows I do. So this is the Happy Feet 100, I believe, Plymouth Yarns in the Jewel Mix colorway. So I thought it was a subtle Christmassy, so it's greens and reds and some golds in there. And I will be making a pair for my husband, a pair for me, a pair for Emily, and a pair for David. And I was going to do 2 at a time because I kind of thought that was going to be my new thing. However, I was not really excited about about taking 2 ends of a center pole ball to do so I decided to just do 1 at a time. So we are off 1 at a time, and it'll be just fine. And that is living in my Chasing Acorns Sugar Skull Star Wars bag. One of my favorite bags. Next up is, so I'm obviously on a design kick, so I designed a pattern about a year ago, and it's a free pattern. I just wrote it up on my blog. Well, I didn't really clarify a lot of things, and so for a beginner, there was some parts that were vague, and so I had someone message me, I don't know, a few months ago, maybe the beginning of the year, I can't remember, asking me some questions about, you know, if she was doing it right, whatever. So well, now that I'm making the other pattern, in order for it to go in my Ravelry store, it needs to be a PDF. So right now it's just a link on my blog. So I'm officially rewriting it, and I figured, well, since I'm rewriting it and trying to clarify it more, I better start another sample. I'm not doing any test knitters for this one because it's free and just a pretty basic pattern, so I figured I'm just testing it myself. I did send it to Jen to proofread it since she's very good at finding grammatical errors. So was what I got started, which, you know, doesn't look like much. It's essentially just an I-cord here. Try not to twist. And what it is the simple I-cord braided headband. So you make, I'm doing different colors in this one. So I'm going to do pink, blue, and white. So this is the tie. And then you make 6 I-cords. So I'll make 2 pink, 2 white, 2 blue. And then you braid them together at the end and get them back on your, align all the stitches back, and then make the other tie. So this is using some homespun, which I don't think I ever showed off. My mother came over this summer and brought a giant, and I'm talking like large basket. Her neighbor was giving it away or selling it or something, of homespun. It's all homespun, which I have a love-hate relationship with homespun. I'm not a huge fan of knitting with it. It says Lion Brand homespun. I'm not a huge fan of knitting with it because it splits a lot, and it's just kind of sometimes. But after, like, I've made a few I made a sweater vest and a vest dress or whatever for the kids a long time ago. After it washed up, it was so soft, and it looked really nice. So, I mean, obviously for a headband, it's not gonna, you know, for the I-cord, it looks a little funky, but it'll be fine after it's all braided. And again, it's just for funsies and for samplies. So, and I literally have like 40 skeins of this stuff now. That, I don't know, I couldn't say no to it because it was kind of cool, but at the same time, like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do with all that? So, yeah. That is living in my You So and So bag. Oh, here's the blue color, so that was the pink. Here's the blue. And I don't really even have a lot of the colorway names on some of these because they didn't all have labels. And again, I don't really care that much, so. And these are on size 7 double point needles. And this is living in my You So and So bag, which is another favorite bag, the little owls. And that's all I have for knitting. So, socks are a priority, so you'll be seeing a lot of Christmas socks because those are a priority. I did think about making a second sample of this, so I might bust out something and do that as well. But, that's it for knitting. So spinning, I don't have any whips, but I do have things in mind that I need to start, so I will show you what I'm thinking of. So, thinking of putting this is a giant batch of alpaca. I want to say this was like, I don't remember how many ounces it was. It was a lot. But it's huge, and it's really soft. But I was thinking of starting this on the eel wheel. So this is obviously a long-term project. And I've never spun alpaca, so I thought this was really cheap. So I bought this just to kind of practice spinning alpaca. So I'll throw this on the eel wheel probably soon. And then the other project I want to start is I want to start my Into the World odds and ends, which I got at Rhinebeck. And it's literally just like these tiny little odds and ends of random fibers, random colors. Super cute. But I want to put those on my new Turkish spindle, my Snyder spindle. The cat's on it. I need to put a leader in there still and figure out what I'm doing, because I've never really spun a project on a Turkish. I've used a Turkish once or twice, but I'm not proficient with it yet. So, and I got to decide what I want to do. Do I want to like take two that look similar in color and ply them together? Do I want to take one and spin it real thin and chain ply it, or two ply it? Like, how do I make a center pole ball from something so small? Like no spin something, I don't know. So lots to think about. But is 4 ounces? Yeah, 4 to 4.3 ounces. So about 4 ounces of. Or I could spin the whole thing together and chain / 2 ply it. So I'm gonna look through Ravelry again and see some other ideas. And I think if I took 1 or 2 at a time, yeah, I don't want to do the whole thing, not on a spindle. So it's either gonna be 1 at a time or. Yeah, well, it's going to be 1 at a time. Oh, yeah, actually, it's going to come off as a little ball. Oh, look at that. Smart. So maybe I will spin my little, what are they called? I can't remember what they're called when they come off Turkish. The little thingies that are the little center pole balls. And 2 ply it. But I don't want to, I don't want to mess up I don't want to muddy up the colors. So. Too many decisions. This was like I thought this was such a neat idea, but now I'm like baffled on what to do with it. So if you have any ideas, if you've ever spun the Into the World odds and ends, please send me a message and let me know what you did, or leave me a comment. So, finished objects. You saw this already. This was finished last week, but I officially washed it and skeined it up. So I did not actually reskein it and count it, so I don't know how many yards it is, but it came out really pretty. So this is the Fiber Optics gradient, and it's called Province. Merino silk. I chain plied it to keep the gradient, so it goes from a purple, like it actually starts with this like, it's hard to look right there in the middle, it's kind of bluish, it doesn't look like that on the screen, but it's kind of a bluish purple, then it goes to purple, and then it goes to gray, and then it goes to green. So, a little outside of my comfort color zone, but not bad. I still like it, and it'll look pretty once it's knitted up. I love how they knit up in the gradients. Actually, this shawl might look nice in that too, so. Maybe I'll do, I could do my other sample in that. I need to figure out how many yards I have though. So that's it for spinning. So, new segment this week. It's been a while, but we are going to talk about some sewing. So I finally dusted off my sewing machine. It's in my basement now because I moved my craft table down there. It's not permanent. I don't know if that's permanent, but it's working out okay. So my sewing machine is downstairs, so I have to kind of keep, I don't know, I keep walking up and down the stairs when I'm sewing. But I'm working on Halloween costumes. Right here. How convenient. So, we like to play a video game that's called Splatoon, and it's for the Nintendo. The Splatoon 1 was for the Nintendo Wii U, and now Splatoon 2 is for the Nintendo Switch. It's one of my husband and I's favorite games, and actually Emily really likes it too. And my husband collects these things called amiibos, which kind of can interact with the games, sort of, not really with, yeah they do. They're kind of, I don't know, they don't serve much purpose, but kids like to play with them as little toys, and they're just fun. They're on display in our cabinet. So this is a Splatoon Inkling girl. So she's got little tentacles for hair, and she's got a little weapon. She's got guns, but we're not going to do guns because no guns for school, of course. And then she's got a tank of ink in the back. And the Inklings typically wear pretty sporty, casual clothes. So she's got a tank top and like a little skirt, some tennis shoes, which, you know, it'll be Halloween. So, and there's tons of clothes in the game. So there's long sleeves, there's boots, there's whatever. So we're gonna piece together some sort of fun, sporty looking outfit. I have an idea of what I want my outfit to be because it's what my Squid Girl looks like in the game. And they also have, instead of these squirter guns, they have paint rollers as weapons too. So they carry these giant paint rollers. So I thought for that sake, Emily can hold just a little paint roller and take it to school conveniently, and we can maybe do a bigger floor one for actual Halloween day if she wants to carry it around. And we'll just color it the color of her choice, which she has chosen pink, and I have chosen purple. So I started a prototype, and it took me 2 prototypes to get to the one I wanted that fit right. And I had to Google a bunch of different tutorials and stuff. But there is my purple squid girl hat. So this is the hair. Essentially we have the bangs, and then this tentacles, and then the back hair. And so it's all fleece. It's going to be super warm probably. So that's how it fits. So I'm a squid girl. Probably just messed up my hair, but that's okay. And yeah, it fits good. Everything's good. I gotta finish sewing up the sides here. I left the sides open so I can get the stuffing in, so I just gotta sew up the little sides here. And I'll be done with that, and then I gotta make Emily's. So Emily's is going to be, and this is just a fleece from Joanne Fabrics. And then I thought I might actually, the stuffing kind of moves around a little bit in there, so I might actually do sew it down so that the stuffing kind of stays put. So actually it's just the front hair here that stuffing's kind of slipping around. But so I haven't decided yet if it's even worth it. I mean, it's just a Halloween costume that's going to be worn once or twice, so. And hopefully I don't get too hot. That's what I'm afraid of. It's going to be like 80 degrees or something, so. I should have a backup outfit, like a short sleeve shirt and skirt combo, and there's all my scrappy. So this is Emily. This will be Emily's. So it's not as hot pink as it looks like on the screen. But it's pretty bright pink. So it's like a berry pink. So we will be matching. And to be honest, this one fits her pretty good. So I'm just gonna have to make it a little bit shorter. But as far as the tentacles and everything, because I drafted out the patterns and on pieces of paper and everything, so it's good. I don't have to redraw those again. I can use those, and just need to use a slightly smaller hat pattern. So that is my sewing project, and I'm very excited how it turned out. So I'd like to make more bags, so hopefully we can get back on the bag train too, but one thing at a time. Oh, okay, so on to stash. So I don't have any yarn stash this week. Rhinebeck is kind of right around the corner, so I'm kind of refraining on purchasing yarn. I did buy a skein of the Hurricane Harvey yarn from Lolo Did It. I haven't gotten it yet, so she hasn't sent it out yet. So, but that will be coming soon. That was all 100% of the proceeds were going to the hurricane in Texas, so it was kind of a win-win. I get yarn, I get to donate to the hurricane fund, so. But anyways, that's upcoming stash. So on the current stash, I went to Joann's to get the fleece and everything, and while standing in line, I saw this, and I could not get it. So it's just a little bag, you know, cheapy bag, but it was like $1 or something, $1.50. So just a little reusable bag, crazy cat lady. Should like scratch in another T in there. And of course, since I was in the fabric section, I was digging through the remnant section. And so yeah, hopefully I can make some bags, because I bought a bunch of remnants that are like perfect for bag projects, because it's literally, you can make a bag or two from the remnants. So we got almost a full yard of this. It's like stuck in there. This was really pretty. It's like pink flowers, or like pink fabric with like almost looks like flower drawings. I'm making a mess everywhere. And then we got some polka dots, standard polka dots. We got, how much was that? That was almost a yard of that. Half a yard of Dinosaur in the City. So, like these cute little dinosaurs peeking around buildings. But that was cute. We got almost a half a yard of Minions. I know I have some friends that like Minions a lot, so this might have their name on it. We got like 3/4 of a yard almost of this kind of pretty, just geometric pattern. Green Navy Aztec. And then we got almost a little under half a yard of zebra print. So, bags, pouches, something. And yeah, I got everything for, these were all 50% off. And then the fleece was like 70% off, so I was like, it was a steal. So I did pretty well at Joann's. So forgive me for a moment while I put this all away. Yeah, this is going to be really short. We're at 20 minutes. Oh yeah, we're wrapping things up pretty good. Okay. So, that's it. That's it for the crafty stuff. I will speak a few minutes on my life stuff, so if you are not interested in that, I will see you next time. If you are, just stick around for a life in review. So I got a new haircut, if you haven't noticed, yesterday, so I feel like 10 pounds lighter. Not really, but at least a pound lighter. My hair was getting pretty scraggly and long, and I was on the fence of whether I was going to try to grow it out, but it starts to look mullety because it's like this short up here and it's like this long down here, and it was so gray, and then there was like the old color was in there. So this is actually, I had her do like a pretty true match to my original color hair. So I don't think I've had this original hair color in probably since I've shaved my head, because, you know, that was the first time my original hair color grew back from scratch. So that was a few years ago. Usually I dye it red, or, you know, usually I dye it red or auburn, of some sort of auburnish red color. So this was the first time I'm like, yeah, and I said, okay, I either want to do like a dark brown or a like auburn red. And she's like, well, if you really want low maintenance, which I do, then maybe you should go with the brown. And I said, well, if you want to match my regular hair color, then let's try that. We haven't done, that's something different. We haven't done that in a while. And then yeah, I picked out a kind of super pixie style haircut, just because, again, easy to maintain. You know, it takes me all I have to do is kind of wet it and set it a little bit in the morning. So I like that. And my hair grows so fast that in like a month it's already going to be like long again. So let's see what else is going on. So I'm still getting into the swing of the new schedule with the kids at school, and unfortunately I got some bad news today that David is not doing very well as far as his behavior. Yeah, his teacher sent me an email today saying he's like pushing kids and like stepping on their heels in line, and he's not listening. So that really bummed me out. It's kind of a flashback to daycare when he lost his teacher and got a new teacher and was testing the boundaries, pushing the limits for a good solid 2 months, and I was like at the end of my rope, like in tears by the time. And then finally he clicked and he got into the groove and, you know, started respecting and listening to the authority. So he's a good kid, you know. He doesn't typically do these things, so it makes me really sad when I hear that. So we got to deal with that. I'll have to talk to him, but it's a new schedule. It's a very long day for him. This is, you know, his first real experience with full-time anything. Daycare, you know, he went 3 half days a week, and occasionally he'd stay for a day, but they got a nap, and, you know, like, it was not a full day scheduled. Lots of things to do, lots of things to remember, you know, like, they only get lunch for 20 minutes, they only play outside for 20 minutes, and the rest of it is like, you know, he's obviously doing fun things in the classroom, but it's work, you know, he's constantly on the move. Constantly you have to think and has to behave, and that's a lot to ask for him when he has no prior experience to do so. And, you know, she's like, oh, his first week was good, but yeah, his first week was literally 2 days, that's it. So he had Tuesday, or Wednesday, and then he came back Friday. So, I mean, of course his first week was good. It was 2 days. So this is the first full week, and he has been awful whiny at home and emotional. Like, little things will set him off to cry, you know, like, he's tired. I think he's probably exhausted. I remember Emily being the same way, but she's not one to act out in class. She acts out at home all the time, but she does not act out in front of other people. So that's just her personality. David, on the other hand, you know, if he's going to act out, he's going to act out anywhere. But he hasn't been acting out so much at home besides just being emotional. So he's saving the emotions for mama and I guess the kind of bad behavior for school. So just another thing to worry about. I have curriculum night tonight to sit with the teacher and see what they're going to do for the year. So I don't know, maybe I'll get a chance to talk to her for a few minutes about what we should do. And we'll have a talk with him and, you know, do what we can. But I hope he snaps out of it sooner than 2 months because, yeah, I don't want to be put through that again. Still trying to maintain this house. We have landscapers coming to fix our dead grass, which it turns out might be grubs. We had grubs before. I don't know a lot about how to treat grubs, but we're working on that, and he might actually treat them for us too. But yeah, we have like 5 dead patches of lawn that needed to be replaced. So we have some sod put down. We're gonna have some weed control. We lost a bush on the side of the house they're going to replant, and so yeah, I'm dealing with that. We had some repairs in the bathroom already because a tile cracked, and like, it's just never ending. I want to get the fireplace fixed before the end of the year. We want to get the kitchen floor fixed, so it's like, and I'm the one that's home, so I'm juggling all that. I'm working on cleaning up all this, you know, like storage stuff. So we have Halloween costumes that have been sitting around for a couple years that I'm trying to sell. This stuff just eats up all my time. So I'm happy I had a few minutes to squeeze in here and record. So what time is it? It's like 2 o'clock. So I got about an hour and a half before the kids come home. So just gonna chill the rest of the day. I did manage to squeeze in a fun lunch with my friend. So that was nice. My best friend actually got a job right nearby here. So we're gonna try to meet more regularly for lunch. So that was fun. But yeah, keeping up with laundry and cooking and meal planning and the kids' schedule and karate and everything. So it's still pretty hectic, but I am finding a little bit more pockets of me time to do my podcast, to do my crafts, and so I'm happy with that. And overall, I feel pretty good. So I'm a little tired after running around today, but you know, I feel pretty good. And that's it. That is it. So thanks for tuning in again. If you like what you see, subscribe on YouTube, and I'm Crafty Cat Lady on YouTube, and follow me on Instagram. Remember, Turn Back Hat giveaway on Instagram for another couple days. Come check that out. And Ravelry, go see the Ravelry room for another chance to win the Turn Back hat. And yeah, feel free to just do both. And if I for some reason pick you for both, then I will gift you a different pattern for the Ravelry group, and maybe I'll pick another winner for the Turn Back hat. So that's all I got. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you all get to craft all the things, and I hope to see you next week. Bye bye.